Hi everyone, my name is Frank Westfall, and in this video I am going to replace the front left brake caliper and brake line on this 1999 Toyota Corolla. This process that I'm about to show you is exactly the same for 1998 to 2002 model Toyota Corollas, and also 1998 to 2002 Chevy Prizms. Those two cars are actually the exact same car. They were just branded differently. I'm only showing the left side, but the right side would be the exact same process. I actually did my right side a while ago, and ideally you should do them together, but it's just not necessary in my case. Also, the process that I show is going to be very similar for a lot of cars, particularly older cars, and the little bleeding trick at the end is pretty sweet. So I hope this helps you change your caliper, and if it does, please hit the like and subscribe button. Here we go. All right, so here I have my new caliper. I got this for $55 on Amazon. I'm going to double check to make sure that it's a perfect fit once I get the wheel off. That came with brake line fitting and 2 copper washers. I also got 2 copper washers with the brake line that I'm also replacing here. And it came with some pad clips, brake pad clips as well. My e-brake is on. Whenever you're doing stuff like this, make sure your e-brake is on, or your parking brake. And then have some sort of blocks in there as well. I like to leave it on the jack, but have a lot of the weight resting on the blocks too. I let the car sink into them, and I really like wood for this because the car sinks into the wood a little bit and it makes it nice and solid. So now that wood is locked in there really tight, and the jack's locked in there really tight. Pop these off. These are 21 millimeter. By the way, if you're wondering, this is a Ryobi P262 half-inch brushless electric impact wrench, 18-volt impact wrench. They make one that's a little stronger than this. I think it's 1,100 foot-pounds, but this one's 600 foot-pounds, and I have not found a bolt this thing can't break. It is freaking awesome, and this is not a sponsored video, but I would like it to be. So, hey, Ryobi, if you want to sponsor me, I love this tool. So now I'm going to loosen this up here. On this car, the 1999 Corolla, which would be 98 to 2002 Toyota Corollas and 98 to 2002 Chevy Prizms. This is a 10 millimeter. This is the line that comes from the master cylinder, and I'm just loosening that very gently. Luckily, mine is not completely seized, and it is coming out, and I'm not even going to completely loosen that yet. 14 millimeter here, that's holding the brake line on. I'm going to pop that loose. That's coming off nice and easy. That's good. It's not rusted on. And this is also 14 millimeter. Just want to make sure that's going to break loose. Okay, so that is going to break loose nice and easy. I'm going to leave it snug so it's not dripping brake fluid, but also I should demonstrate. I'm just going to tighten my disc down here and show you the brake rattle that's occurring. You can hear that. That's what's happening when I go over bumps. And this brake does still work, but it's bouncing all over the place. And there's a little air bubble that has popped up on this line. This is the OEM line, so that's why I'm replacing this. Then on the back of the caliper, get the camera in there. There's 2 bolts. One is right there, and one is right there. And those bolts are 17 millimeter. And my favorite way to break those is just to put the socket on there and just tap them. That's hand loose now, and always make sure you don't have your fingers in there when you're tapping it, because when it breaks, it'll just crush them. Do the same thing on the bottom. This one's going the opposite direction. Fingers are clear, but I'm holding it nice and tight so I don't strip the bolt. Pop those loose. And then a simple little wire caliper hanger is great. I just made this out of a coat hanger, but super handy. Have that ready to hang the caliper. There's one of our 17mm bolts. Just feel for the other one here. Got that one. There's our other 17mm caliper bolt. And this is just sliding off really nice, but if it doesn't, rubber hammer, just tap it off. And for now, I'm going to pull the rotor out of the way. There's really no reason to, but these are new pads in here. So I'm going to keep those. Get those out of the way. And now, before I continue disconnecting anything, I want to make sure I have the exact right part here. These are looking pretty identical. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to hang this one temporarily. And get this one prepped. That's, I don't know if that's greased very well. So I'm going to pop these off and grease that really well with some high temperature brake grease. Pop one of those loose. Pop the other one out. Separate those. Pull those boots off. And yeah, I mean, there's some grease in there, but not much. Here's some good brake lube. I'm just gonna get a bunch in there. Push that down so the boot pops back on. That's nice. And now it's not making any noise. Like, listen to this one. You can hear there's a little bit of play in there. Now this one, nothing. I just don't want to have to do this again if they're making noise. See, there's almost no grease on there. Kind of twirl it right in. Pop the boot down. All right, I like that a lot better. Caliper's back together. That's nice and smooth. The other thing I want to check real quick is to make sure that this bleeder valve is going to work. So I'm going to pop that loose very gently. That looks good. Tighten that back up gently. These things are pretty fragile. I've broken them before. Pop the boot on that for now. And then it's just a little plastic cover there. That looks good. I'm popping my pad clip in there. The other one is going to go in like this. All right, so the pad clips are on there. Then I'm going to put some brake lube on the pads themselves, on the outside, not on the inside where it touches the rotor. Get that pad in there. Get the other one in. Oh, lost the top one. Put the rotor back on. I'm gonna get this up higher, up out of the way. Slide this on. Nice. Grab a 17mm bolt. Get in there. I like to get the top one first. Kind of just have to feel when it starts to thread. Okay, that is definitely threaded. I always like to get them going by hand to make sure I'm not cross-threading them. And the bottom one's much easier once you get the top one aligned. Just find that hole and usually just pull this out a little bit. There it goes, right away. So that's threading. Get that hand tightened down. 17 millimeter again. I don't know what the torque specs are on that. I've always just done it until it feels really tight, but not like crazy tight, and I've never had a bolt come loose. Get that bottom one tightened up. A little bit more. Right there. Then I'm gonna go to my 14 millimeter up here on the old caliper and actually pop this loose. Take it off. So fluid actually looks pretty good. It's not all nasty. And the bolt they gave me to go with this is not a 14 millimeter. I'm going to use the OEM one. I'm just going to make sure that it fits in here nice. It's like nice and snug, but I can just go right in by hand. So I like that. I'll pop this clip off. We're done with this. Just get that out of the way. All right, that is disconnected. I'm gonna try to do something to plug that temporarily. Super half-assed, but it's working. Okay, now I need to get this out. There we go. So there's the old brake line. Well, that's plugged. I'm gonna connect this. All right, so I have one copper washer on. And just make sure that all this is really clean. I'm doing this in the dirt here. So do one washer up top, one on the bottom. And just get that threaded. It's going in really nice. All right. So we're gonna loop it like that. Pop this in. That's a 14 millimeter. That's nice and solid. I'm going to tighten this down. That one you do want to be careful with, not to over tighten. Real careful with that. Yep. And then loop this up here and pull my little plug off. Now on this I want to be really careful because I can't hand tighten it. Alright, cool. So that's going in nice. I can feel there's just a little bit of pressure on it as I tighten it down. Since I have a little bit of tighten down there and it's grabbing the threads, I'm going to put the clip in place. Tap that on there. Nice. That is nice and solid. Finish tightening this up. All right. That's feeling pretty nice and solid there. This is locked down. I think we're good to start putting fluid in it. I always like to review the bolts. So 2 17 millimeters, those are tight. Check. This 14 is tight, that 14 is tight, this 10 millimeters tight. We should be good. Now, to bleed these, it's only me here, so I can't just do the old-fashioned thing where you have someone pump the brakes while you open and close the bleeder valve. So, I saw someone else do this, and I'm gonna try it. What I did was get a little pump bottle from the dollar store, and I removed the nozzle from it, and I've taken it out of the bottle itself. Then I have a little bit of tubing here that actually fits really nicely on this. It's a little loose, so I'm going to get it on there and just do a little wire crimp around it. Just going to tighten that up on there. Now that's locked in there. And then another little piece of gas line that fits really nicely on the bleeder valve that conveniently fits right into this and actually does make a vacuum seal. That's nice and snug in there. So basically just a little pump, and I'm going to open the bleeder valve a little bit. And then I have the master cylinder opened in the engine. I'm going to make sure I have enough brake fluid in there. I've already checked. This car uses .3. And just start pumping it out, I think. Oh, you know what? You know what he did that I didn't do? He primed it with water. So I'm going to drop that in there and prime this so that when the water's coming out, it creates a vacuum to get the brake fluid out. All right, now we're moving some water through here. So we should be able to pop that on there. And start getting brake fluid. Let's see. There we go. Now we're getting brake fluid. Pure brake fluid. Look at all the bubbles. Look at all that air. When are we going to start getting fluid? Just pure fluid. This has me a little worried. Alright, I put a little grease on this. Try to make it watertight. Or brake fluid tight. So that's all the way. This is out. That is pure fluid. I'm going to tighten this, just start up the car and see what happens. So there it is. Everything's tight. Those bolts back there are good. If you found this helpful, please make sure to hit like and subscribe. And also, all the car videos that are on my channel are of this car, which is a 1999 Toyota Corolla. And all the fixes, again, for 1998 to 2002 Corollas, they all use the same parts. They're basically all exactly the same. And they're also the exact same car as 1998 to 2002 Chevy Geo Prizms. Thank you for watching. Bye.